I'm from Indiana, but I'm a Red Sox fan.
And I'm from Minnesota, but I'm a Yankees fan.
And welcome to the Rivalry out of state, our series about the Red Sox and Yankees here on Running the Table. But again, we're halfway through the year, so we're going to do our mid-season review for all MLB teams. We already did the American League, so now let's do the National League. So Andrew, are you ready to go?
Let's run it.
Let's do it. The Atlanta Braves, they're back. They are back in town. They shrugged off that World Series hangover from May, and they responded with a furious June and July, just to remind the league that these guys aren't going anywhere. Now that they're finally awake, the quest to repeat continues.
Hey, and dare I say, they're doing the exact same thing that they did last year. And they have Acuna this time, too, so even better.
Yeah, they got a couple new friends to emerge. Dansby Swanson's playing out of his mind. William Contreras. Michael Harris is the truth. Kenley Jansen on the back end of the bullpen. And Spencer Strider at the start of the rotation. This team is going to go right back, I bet.
Yeah, dangerous team.
The Marlins are interesting. Sandy and Pablo are gems. They need to be treasured at all costs. Yeah, too bad they can't hit for anything worth anything, and they're incredibly below average offensively. Pitching's good, hitting bad, typical Marlins season.
Yeah, I hope they don't sell though, because I really think they got tons of potential to be a good team in a few years here. So it would just be kind of a shame to throw away your good players. You got to keep Sandy though. And dare I say it, the way he's been pitching this year, he might be a dark horse MVP candidate with how insane he's been.
A dark horse MVP. For sure.
Not Cy Young.
I think MVP. A shoe-in for the Cy Young with how he's throwing.
Oh, but for sure.
We said it early in the season. If the Mets don't figure it out this year with this team and with this offense and this pitching, I don't know when they're going to figure it out, especially when they get Jacob deGrom back. They've been this good with deGrom out the whole year and Scherzer missing a big portion of it. Yeah. However, it's still rattling around in the back of your mind. Mets gonna Met.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta say it. I mean, they were leading the NL East this time last year too, and then they just blew it away in August. I mean, they're doing quite a bit better than they were last year at this point. So I really, really don't think they're gonna blow it this time. And I mean, talk about some guys on the team that have kind of broken out. Brandon Nimmo, he's been a solid hitter for them, and he's usually in the leadoff spot, right?
Yeah, he's hitting around.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid at that spot. And Edwin Diaz finally getting the saves that we know he can get.
Dude, Edwin Diaz is just he's been that dude all along.
Yeah, he's just been super unlucky, and now he's finally back in shape. So Mets are looking pretty good right now, but we'll see. They just gotta keep it up.
For Philadelphia, I guess firing Joe Girardi was the answer. I mean, I don't really know, but when Girardi got fired, the Phillies started to win. Correlation or who knows? I mean, okay, their defense is dumpster fire. When you have Schwarber playing the outfield, Schwarber and Castellanos, they are not defensive guys. They hit, and their bullpen is incredibly suspect. They really don't know who their ninth inning guy is. I mean, yes, we knew this, but somehow they're still in it. They've still managed to win games.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with you. I was like, I don't think that'll really help them firing Girardi, but they've been hot ever since. And I mean, Bryce Harper, yes, he's hurt, but if he comes back, I mean, I'd say he was also in the conversation for MVP so far, trying to go back to back.
Harper was awesome.
And Kyle Schwarber too. He has like 27 home runs, so
Schwarber's been awesome.
Kyle Schwarber thing. So I mean, the hitting is great, but yeah, it's just the questions in the bullpen. I'll see if they can get over it and see if they can finally make the postseason and not blow it away at the end of the season.
The Washington Nationals. We're gonna keep this brief. Everything of value is gone. Steven Strasburg is hurt, and even Juan Soto is going to be gone. That's it. Turn down that massive extension. He's out of here at the deadline. There's nothing to see here. How you doing? Keep it moving. Washington sucks. They're bad.
Yeah.
They're really bad.
It's actually crazy to think that this team won a World Series 3 years ago. just what a fall from grace that they've had. And now they're going to lose the last guy that was there with them, Juan Soto. Because, I mean, it's not an if, but when at this point is he getting traded?
It's inevitable. He's gone.
Yeah.
The Cubs. Welcome to the friendly confines where the baseball is bad and the expectations should be lower. The Cubs are their usual brand of Cubs bad, but like, unlike the tanking teams that are at the bottom of baseball, this team isn't trying to suck. They're just awful. They're just downright terrible. Enjoy another season of being sellers and basement dwellers. And who the heck are their relievers? Who is that? Welcome to Cubby baseball.
And yeah, their two best hitters, Contreras and Happ, you might as well say goodbye to them. They are definitely getting traded at the deadline. And yeah, I'll be kind of sad for the baseball world to see Contreras go. He's really the last guy with the World Series team to leave, and that'll really put an end to the storybook of the Cubs' heyday.
So the Reds, their season was over before it started. We knew exactly who they were when they traded away anything and everything of value, and then they started 3-23. We watched this team in person in Cincinnati. They were terrible, so awful. It's going to be a really long rebuild before they're good again.
Yeah, I mean, this is another one. Like I said it when we were talking about the Reds too, I really don't understand why they sold their team this last offseason. Had so much potential, and now they just threw it away. And they're going to throw away more guys at the deadline too. You might as well say goodbye to Luis Castillo.
Oh, Castillo's gone. He's going to greener pastures.
Maybe Brandon Drury too. I mean, we'll see.
The Brewers pitching is being its usual dominant self. Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Eric Lauer has been an awesome story. And even with Freddie Peralta hurt, they've still managed to be dominant. Josh Hader and Devin Williams are the best 8th and 9th inning combination in baseball, and there's no debate. The difference between last year's Brewers and this year's Brewers is that their offense is finally pulling their weight with guys like Willie Adames, Roddy Tellez, actually hitting bombs, hitting well. That was the one concern about this Brewers team, and they're changing the narrative there.
And yeah, credit to the Brewers is another team I was wrong about. I had them finishing over 500, but they're doing better than I thought they were. And it looks like they're actually serious about it too. So good for them. And yeah, I mean, their offense is better. I wasn't expecting that either. Just expected the pitching to carry the team. But yeah, it looks like they got a good shot at the division.
Andrew, let's talk about the MLB's ultimate wild card, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Lose games by 21? Fine. Sweep the Dodgers? Great. Welcome to Pirates baseball, baby. Unfortunately, the consistency isn't there too. So they've just been bad. It's been enough to be third in the division, but stay the course and keep rebuilding.
Yeah, and I mean, third in the division in the NL Central is not impressive when you know the teams are in there. But hey, at least O'Neal Cruz has been fun to watch since he's been called up.
The Cardinals are playing their typical brand of baseball. Tons of talent, but they are inherently flawed. They have their holes. They're hanging in there right now with Paul Goldschmidt playing at an MVP level and Nolan Arenado doing Arenado things. But key injuries like Jack Flaherty, Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader, and really just interesting personnel decisions like trying Jordan Hicks as a starter create many questions, but I guess the Cardinals will use their devil magic to make the playoffs because of course they will. At least you can give Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina a good send-off.
Oh yeah, you got to. And I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll have another late season surge like they did last year, jump their way into the playoff picture. I'd like to see it. And you know what? I'm still going to ride on them winning the division. I think they could do it. They just have to play good ball.
So don't worry about the Diamondbacks. We didn't expect you to be anything, not like you're letting anybody down or anything. I mean, you have Merrill Kelly. It's a nice story. Alec Thomas, he's a stud, but this team is not anything special.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think the Diamondbacks will be there relatively soon. They're doing better than I thought they were going to do this year. I thought they were going to be like Oakland bad, but they're not that bad.
They're just below average.
Alec Thomas, you got to ride on him, and I mean Josh Rojas, he's kind of having a little bit of a breakout, but it's just clearly not enough yet. And I mean, you still got to wait a few years to see anything from Arizona.
The Colorado Rockies, it's literally been a tale of two seasons. Like you look at the lineup, like Bryant, Crone, Blackman, McMahon, it's not bad. The pitching staff, on the other hand, ooh, no, not good, not good at all. And at Coors, they played above average baseball because they're the Rockies, and of course they have, but they can't win a road game to save their lives. It's just not going to cut it in the NL West. But don't worry, Colorado wasn't surprising anybody anyway.
Yeah, that's just typical Colorado baseball. Hit a lot of home runs at home and don't win many ball games.
It's really funny when I look at the Dodgers, how the rich get richer, and no matter what happens, they keep finding guys to step up. There are way too many pitching injuries. Bueller's down, Dustin May's down, Andrew Heaney, Trevor Bauer has his situation. So who would have guessed that Tony Gonsolin would have been their best pitcher through the first half? And let's not forget that lineup. Betts, Turner, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Bellinger. They have no weak spots. None. Zero. Nada. Anything less than a World Series appearance or championship for that matter. Forget appearance. Win it all. That's their goal.
Yeah, and I mean, I really have nothing to add there. That's no surprise whatsoever. And honestly, the way the Dodgers are, I wouldn't even be surprised if they ended up with Juan Soto in August.
San Diego is so close to getting where they want to be. Their pitching staff can give you quality outings on a game-to-game basis. The lineup produces run support. So, like, something's missing. Something is missing. And Andrew, we know exactly what that is.
Yes, we do.
They need Fernando Tatis back. He's going to be that final push to get them into the playoffs and to really make some noise, because the Padres are almost there, and Tatis is the final piece.
Yeah, for sure. Once he's back, I have no doubt that they'll be better. I mean, they're already winning games, but they'll be more secured when he's back. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad to see that the Padres had a bit of a resurgence after their downfall last year. I did predict that. So far, it's coming true. We'll see if they can hold on to it, unlike last season. And I feel like Tatis coming back will really help that cause.
Father Time has finally caught up. It was a fun ride to last year, but I'm not quite sure what we were thinking when we saw a lineup full of past their prime guys in their early to mid 30s and said, yeah, this team will compete again. Back to mediocrity.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was like, there's no way the Giants are going to win 100+ games this year. So I'm really not that surprised to see them barely hovering over 500.
Okay, but we weren't that low on them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had them just under 90 wins. I mean, they'll be somewhere around there, I bet, if they play like they've been this year. But I know they're in the mix for trying to get Juan Soto too. Maybe they can get him somehow, and that will help revitalize the team and get him to the postseason again. But we'll see. It's not looking too bright for the Giants right now.
That'll wrap it up for our midseason review. We just went through all of the teams in the National League. We already have a video on the American League teams. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that. And hey, if you like what we do, go watch our other stuff here on Running the Table. We got a lot of sports content, baseball or otherwise. So go check it out. But like and subscribe for more stuff from us, and we out.